Hello everyone. In this video, I will be featuring the Aragorn figure from McFarlane. Back in the early 2000s, the toy industry started booming because of two companies that leveled up the standards. One of them was Toy Biz, with their great sculpts, high-quality materials, added articulation, and extra cool accessories, especially for their Marvel and Lord of the Rings line. The other one was McFarlane, that focused more on sculpts and dynamic poses, and was one of the first ones to make figures for TV and movie characters and music and sports icons. I was a big fan of both and can say that they were the ones that influenced me to become a collector. Though I was very happy with how Toy Biz made their Lord of the Rings action figures, I was always curious how McFarlane would make them, since I had their Matrix figures and was really impressed with the poses and sculpt details. McFarlane figures were technically closer to a statue, because of limited articulation, than an action figure. So finally, after more than 20 years, my dream finally came true. But is it really a dream, or more of a nightmare? Let's see. First up, the figure is very difficult to get out of the box. Or maybe I'm just not very smart. Anyway, it comes with this cool card and card stand, along with a couple of stickers, which I briefly showed earlier. I will also compare this figure with its Toy Biz and Diamond Select counterparts at the end of this video. Right off the bat, the figure feels lighter and the plastic feels cheaper than the usual old McFarlane figures I have. Not a good sign. Also, the bow didn't even have a string, unless I have misplaced it somewhere or I just got a defective one. McFarlane wasn't really known to have the best face sculpt likeness, so him not looking a lot like Vigo wasn't much of a surprise. The paint finish is very simple, not a lot of shading and details. As for the overall sculpt, it's quite nice. I also like the pose. This is actually the pose that I would have liked for the Aragorn by Iron Studios, but they probably didn't do it as to not be redundant with the pose of Legolas. One of the gimmicks McFarlane would do with their movie figures is that it would usually come with a cool movie scene background, and for this one, it's the Tomb of Balin scene from the Fellowship of the Ring movie. I believe this is the second Lord of the Rings figure from McFarlane, with Gandalf being the first. The latest is Smaug, but I still haven't seen what they will produce next. In my opinion, the figure was quite disappointing. It doesn't have the usual McFarlane gold standard that I was used to, since I have a lot of music figures from them, and the championship team of the 2004 Detroit Pistons. Now, let's compare him to what I believe was the very first Aragorn figure from Toy Biz and the one that Diamond Select made last year or so. The one thing I learned making this video is how Toy Biz was really ahead of the game back in the 2000s, cause damn, their figures are still much better than most figures being produced lately. The Aragorn I used here is the worst one they made, and it still looks good beside these two. What about you? What do you think is the best Aragorn 6 or 7-inch figure out there? Comment below. Thanks for watching, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it. See you all on the next video.